He's not right where we want him to be at the moment, so probably another couple of weeks.
A couple of weeks. Yeah. Has there been a setback, or just that's?
No, not a setback. No, just treatment and a couple of things that changed a little bit after they'd done the operation. So yeah, another couple of weeks.
And who comes in for Sam?
Well, I'm probably put Kyle Turner there. Yeah.
Okay, and will Jaden Sewer make his debut this week?
Yeah, he'll be in the 17. Yeah, but he won't start.
And Ethan Lowe didn't look like he.
No, he's the 18th man. Okay, he did enough on Wednesday night. He's a Queenslander. I've got to look after him. So I just didn't think it'd be wise to back him up today. He did 55 tackles, 15 carries. Pretty tough game for him.
Fairly impressive Origin debut, biggest stage.
Yeah, it was. It was wonderful. I was really proud of him. He did everything he possibly could in the game, and that's all you ask of him.
What about his story? Like this time last year, he couldn't get a start with the Cowboys, and now he's performed at that biggest level.
Yeah, well, he made a good decision. Well, he did, and he took a major pay cut to do that. And sometimes you've got to change direction in your life because it's not working where you are. And Jason Demetrio, I'd spent some time with him at the Cowboys when he coached up there, and gave him good raps and said he was worthwhile picking up if we could. We're a bit short on the edges ourselves. So it's been great for him and great for us.
Do you still hope he cuts his hair?
Oh, I suppose he can keep it that way as long as he doesn't let it all out. And without the ponytail, he'll be fine.
The other Origin boys all trained, they're all good to go tomorrow?
Yeah, they're good to go tomorrow, yeah.
What do you make of Manly? They've been in pretty decent form. You guys have
Des has done a really good job with them. They're playing really well and a competent football team, and he's done a tremendous job with them.
After your third loss, you said there were no crisis meetings here. Have there been any yet, or is it all?
No crisis meetings. No, we'll have a crisis meeting when we stop beating ourselves. We got the last 6 minutes of the game. We had that game, and we managed to lose it. So no crisis meetings yet.
Well, what have you made of Damien Cook's ability to keep performing on the big stage? Like, obviously had a big say in the result the other night. Yeah,
well, besides the fullback, he was the next best player on the field. So. And he was outstanding. He was outstanding in Origin 2, he was outstanding in Origin 1, so his form's been exceptional. He comes back here and backs up, and he's got plenty of energy to do that. He'll obviously be a little bit tired tomorrow, but no, he's quite remarkable actually, and his form's outstanding.
What about the growth of Cam Murray, a player 2 months ago hadn't played Origin footy? He was one of the Blues' best as well on Wednesday.
Yeah, no, he was. Well, he came off the bench. It's a different role, but he mastered it beautifully, did a great job for him, and made a real difference, and that's what you want from your bench players. So he did all of those things, and he's a young man with a great future in front of him. I think we've all realised that long before I came here, but I love the way he plays, and I just like what he brings every week.
Your name's been linked to Queensland. It remains to be seen what's going to happen with Kevy, but how strong is your interest to get back in that arena?
Well, look, none of that was of my doing, okay? The Queensland chairman made a statement. He's never spoken to me, no one's ever spoken to me about that. So, to his credit, Bruce rang me and said, look, I said this, he didn't mean to say it, I've got no doubt about that. Kevin's just been reappointed for next year before that article came out anyway, so it just didn't make sense. And, so my point of view is had nothing to do with me. If someone comes knocking on the door in some later stage of my life, I'll make another decision.
Will you definitely be England coach next year?
No, I won't. My contract's up at the end of this year with them, so I've got to renegotiate if I want to be there and they want me. So that's not finalised yet.
Could you be South coach and Queensland coach?
I did it 7 times in my coaching career, so if I had to do it again, I wanted to do it again, and everyone was on side with it. It's doable, yeah. The challenge they've got, with their rule is that it's who's available. I mean, if Kevin does get a job and opportunity somewhere else and can't coach Origin again, or probably in his first year of coaching, it wouldn't be his priority. Then you can't pick NRL coaches. You've only got to pick coaches that aren't employed, and there's not many of them that aren't employed that are Queenslanders. So it's a difficult one for them.
The club's just re-signed Mark Nichols today. We've spoken about the likes of Ethan Lowe, Cameron Murray, Cook, but what kind of qualities does Mark show? Yeah,
I just think he's a really good professional, a guy that's learnt his trade the hard way, playing a lot of state league games and that type of stuff and getting opportunities here and there, but he brings a a really professional edge to it. He does everything right. He plays to his ability most weekends, and that's all you can ask him.
What about, just back to Jaden Sewer, he came through the ranks under you at Brisbane. What will he bring to this side?
Oh, look, he's a quality footballer, Jaden, and but still he hasn't been a regular first grade long enough yet to see his real potential. So, but it's not far off, that point. But he's got a great tackle tech. He certainly carries the ball well, good awareness of the game. So I just want to get him settled down here, and we won't probably see the best of him this year, but we will in the future.
You're known here for only giving out one handshake per week. The players all lined up there at the end and gave handshakes. What was that about?
Oh, that's just a bit of an in-house thing, that's all.
Did you realise that Damien Cook lined up twice? He was quite cheeky.
Yeah, well, he tried to, but I shook his hand this morning because I told him I was pleased with his effort playing for New South Wales, so I said I'd shake his hand this morning, earlier in the day, but he just got a bit cheeky, just got a bit ahead of himself, thought I'd give him 3 in one day. There's no chance of that.
And the bit of chat about George Burgess' future, will he be here next year, or there's no chance of that?
George won't be here next year. That was determined a long time ago, so that was long before anything else happened. Yeah.
Do you hope he remains in the NRL somewhere?
I do. He's got a lot to offer, but we've got salary cap restrictions, and that's our point, and we just can't go to that figure. So, but I do want him to stay in the NRL. He's a wonderful player here. He's a good bloke to have around the place. Yeah.
Thanks, Wayne.
Thank you.